What's going on, everyone? This is Delta, and we're back with Doki Doki. So, I did try tinkering around with the microphone, so hopefully it is a little better. And other than that, let's move that there. A friend of mine recommended that I have the game files open. I'm assuming just because some files are going to be moved around and whatnot. Also, Halloween is coming up. As of now, it is Thursday the 22nd, and I have about a week and a day to get all this shit done, so let's see how far I get. I'm probably gonna just go through this entire game non-stop, assuming if I have time for it, and let's go into it. Oh boy, not excited. You can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Awesome. Hi again, Noko. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry, I'll never run away. I did once with another club, but that's another story. This might be a little strange for me, but this might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Yeah, Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Noko. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Yuri, I'm a little accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Thanks, Natsuki. The Yuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Noko always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. That is very true. I feel like that applies to anyone though. Like, so long as you're enjoying yourself and you enjoy what you're doing, you're always gonna want to give it your best. Especially if, for me personally, I love this. Is why I love filming and I love entertaining people, even though it might not be a large margin, but still that slight amount which will make me feel happy. That's why I wanted to invest in the green screen, my new monitor, PC, etc. everything. Always give it your best. Anyway, he helps me with busy work without even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Why am I cleaning your room? So Yori, that's because your room is messy. Is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Noko can become good friends too. Theory. This is how shipping starts. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? I got a gift. I got a gift. Not really. Oh. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Nah, never mind. Sayori made it sound like it was a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means up to me. Oh no, Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. And got back to Yale the manga for this. I didn't want you to feel left out. I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. This is a short read. I feel like this is something more for Natsuki. What else do I have here? There we go. This is a short read. This is a short read. I'm just gonna make a mess of my setup. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? The world may never know. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, come on. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. Yeah, that's typically how it goes for me. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Too tired to read. Look why I fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival's our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? Oh my god, my English is gonna kill me. Oh, I notice I'm in the way again. There, you can see it at least. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. Eh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is talking really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Well, what kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. Yeah, Monica, I feel you. Sayori only cares about food. I'm hungry. Go figure. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Hello? Oh, hi. What? Oh my god, why did that scare me? I told you I can't do anything like this. Okay. Alright. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Yeah, I almost did. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. God. Yuri. Okay. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Yeah? Not every day. That's not very convincing, Sayori. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't do that. No. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. Okay, well, in terms of anime, like, almost every character's hair is not gonna be, like, as straight as mine. It's always gonna be, like, messy in all different places, like... I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Is that real? Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, okay, this is very... This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Yeah? Don't say that. It makes me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Do I have... I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. That's why. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you might have noticed sooner than it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud, please. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Oh, that was pointless. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let me do... Wait. If I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. That's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come up, wake me up in the morning. That's... okay. Why am I gonna walk over, like, take care of myself, go to your house, and then wake you up? You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Yeah? Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Noko, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic. Wow. Wow, they really caught me there. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, of course. I did that... what was it, Tuesday? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I read my poem too first. I'm just gonna keep my eyes closed and I'm just gonna do a bunch of this. Whoever the mouse is to closest, I don't even think I'm on the game anymore. Whoever the mouse is to, I'll do right... this one. Okay, I didn't land anywhere. Okay. Monika. Okay. I should start with Monika. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Yeah, that is a good point. Just, you know, get all cozy up with the club president, El Presidente. Hi, Noko. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. That's essentially class in a nutshell. Like the teacher, professor, whoever would be like, oh yeah, no, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to speak up. Anyone raise their hand? maybe like you'd have that one kid that will like always, but not all the time. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Noko. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. That's so. You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that might be the case, but maybe there are some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Yeah, honestly, that's like... As soon as there's an inkling of like, oh, there's a spark between those two, it's gotta mash them. It's gotta get them together and ship them to your heart's content. It could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Oh, that does sound like me. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd like to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always be here. I'll always help you find what suits you the most. I botched that up horribly. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Well, I kind of have to. Well, if my character is more concerned about staying in a club with cute girls, I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to impress them. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? That is a good point. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. Click outside phone. Okay. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I'm not the brightest... I'm not the brightest star in the sky, but... So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. I'm really not, like... Oh, man. I finished high school as a senior art major. I have no idea how the hell I did. I was the worst one in my group, in my opinion. And that's like... From my personal experience, everyone had their own talent, whether it was like sketching or painting or 3D sculpting. I was more like on the video side of things, so when it came to the art show we had at the end of the year, like everyone had these really great exhibits with their masterpieces and all the stuff they worked hard on. I had one panel with like, I want to say 6 multimedia sketches and then about 5 drawings, and everything else was on a computer because that's just kind of how my style was, and it was so bad. Like, if you were to look at it, it looked like I brought the least to the table, which really got me, but that's okay. Anyway, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down onto paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Isn't my character supposed to, like, didn't he just say he also goes with the flow? Okay. So, let's see. I don't really like Natsuki, but yeah, let's just get her out of the way. What? Noko, if you're not gonna take this clip seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Ouch. Ouch. Well, Natsuki, at the very least, I can appreciate the fact that your poem is in regular script rather than cursive. Like Monica, like, that is neater, but this is easier for me to read. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I would? Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. That did hit hard. Like in this poem. Just myself. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing is about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Well, don't you look so cocky. Don't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Didn't expect that from the youngest here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yeah, just leave her at that. No, I guess save Sayori for last to check with Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Oh, it's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. Apparently, well, Natsuki agrees, so I'm just gonna... No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Well, she's looking to the side while playing with her hair, which I can't replicate, but that's what she's doing. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their styles very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though, yeah. I mean, it was more simple for her, which is fine. Like with me, my writing style, I'd say, well, I haven't seen everyone yet, so I'll try to give you an example once I've seen everyone, but let's just keep going. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Aw, look at her, she's happy. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh wow, this is small but very cursive. Okay. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining sheet light. Oh wow. Oh god, those are the almonds I was eating. Oh man, my throat. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. God damn it, every time I get to that line. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicker back. Wow. Wow, that's very strong with the wordplay. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long. It took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often, and yeah, her handwriting is very neat. But I just can't read script, so it takes me a little longer to read that. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yeah? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Yeah, it was. It wasn't too short? I'm pretty sure Natsuki's was shorter, Yuri. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Noko. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Yeah, whenever it came to English, the teacher would always ask, like, okay, so what does this mean to you? What does this specific sentence, this specific paragraph mean to you? And I'm just like, I only read it word for word. I don't look at the deep message behind it. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story, or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive though. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh, thanks, Yuri. Alright, so Yuri.